Kulich didn't play in the third the other night, other than that one shift. I mean, how are Kulich and Zucker doing?
Yeah, Kulich's just dealing with an issue that he couldn't play through. Zucker is sick, so I think he's doubtful for tomorrow too, and Kulich could be doubtful too.
So it didn't. Kulich's issue didn't happen in the game. It's something he was dealing with.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's something that he's been kind of off with, and he's been dealing with it. And I can tell you, it's not a physical thing. It's not like an injury. So just trying to get him through it.
Josh Stone has, in the first month here, he's shown, I guess, signs of going to a new level. What's allowed him maybe to fit in here and ascend in his career, I guess?
I think the opportunity's been there for him. He's been on that first power play and helped make that work. So I think that's an opportunity to kind of accelerate your career. And his compete and the play around net front has been real good. So it's kind of fit in with those guys he's playing with.
Tied for first in the league right now in penalty kill percentage. What's allowed that group and that unit specifically to have success?
Well, the fact we've been trying to work on it since day one, knowing it's been something that we need to improve. There's been some structure change to it. I thought Timmins has been a big acquisition for the kill. Our stand at the line, I thought the other night was excellent. We didn't give him a lot of easy entries. For that, Samuelson, I think, has been so good when they're coming down his side. Greenway back has helped us out. We've had some pieces step in that have been good for us. Like Quinn's been good for us when he had to step in. We're missing some guys we normally use. A lot better getting the puck down the ice. Failed clears was an issue that we've cleaned up. So it's an area that we've worked hard on, identified areas we needed to improve. I think we've got timely saves on the PK, which is really important too. There's good. There's still areas that we're continuing to work on. I think we backed off pressure sometimes when we can pressure. But overall, obviously those 3 kills we had last night, the 3 late ones were from a structure and a sense of desperation killing were excellent.
How encouraging has that been to see that kind of growth so quickly with that group, because it was a struggle point last season?
Yeah, like I said, part of the reason we went with the camp the way we did was to practice our special teams from day one. And I think we're seeing some of those dividends. Practicing special teams every day has been important for us. And we're just going to continue to do it. I think it's identifying small areas to try to get better at. But from day one, it's kind of been a target for us.
How much do you look at this game tomorrow? This team, that top 2 lines they have, really fast, strong.
Yeah, I think we understand what they can bring, obviously, and we may be down a couple more players, which is going to make it even more stressful for us. But we know what their strength is, and we've got a game plan against it.
You mentioned Kulich's not an injury. Just to clarify, is that like a personal thing or an illness?
No, it's not a person. It's a health thing. Like when little kids get fluid in their ears and stuff like that. It's kind of like that thing.
Yeah. I know that all too well.
There, I'll help you out a little bit.
Michael Kesselring's a week or so back, he's kind of a little bit critical of his own game. Just what have you thought of him assimilating into the lineup here this past week or so?
Yeah, I think he is actually still trying to feel comfortable with the way we play. And I don't in any sense want to judge after 10, 15 games. I think you got to get comfortable. He had spent a lot of time out of the lineup. He missed a lot of practices that puts him way behind a lot of reps where we're trying to practice what we want to be good at. I don't think he's at the top of his game yet. I think there's a lot more to see yet.
You notice a difference at all in how Isak Rosen is kind of approaching this opportunity, just mentality wise on that?
Well, there's really an air of confidence with him. He doesn't, seem like one of those nervous first year kids you're gonna put in the lineup and you're gonna give it a try. I think he's had a couple opportunities and knew that he could have been better. I think he's using this one with the way he played in Rochester to really take advantage. We're putting him in a pretty big spot, and so far he's responded. It was a big goal for us. He had another opportunity inside that game to score. I think he's really skating well. So, I think he knows his strength is his skating and some of the finesse plays he can make, along with his shot, which I think he proved the other night can be a weapon for him.
How weird is it to be 5-1-3 in your last 9 and standings that these teams are 5-16 in the East are all within a point and you're down at the bottom, but you're 1 point
I
out
think
of fifth.
all we can worry about is getting our points. That's really all we can't, we can't look at other teams and see what they're doing. I mean, when we get opportunities to play those teams, we know they're gonna be big games. I think it tells you about the parity of the league, and how tough it is from night to night. When you got every team on our side that's at least 500.
Could you possibly have to make a recall? I know we have extra players, but I mean,
Yeah, we got some roster stuff we definitely have to talk about, the next hour or so to make a decision on where we think. Maybe I'm gonna say I don't think Zucker's gonna feel well enough to play, and then we got one other guy that we don't know, so we're gonna have to take a hard look at what we can do.
thank you so much.